All right. Welcome, everyone, to the O-MUN January Global debate. Thank you, delegates, for setting up your profile already. We'll now promptly begin. This is just a quick slide to demonstrate how to set up your profile. All delegates are reminded to keep the language civilized during note pressing, as this is all monitored. Thank you. A few reminders for delegates who did not show up at lobbying or etc. reasons. To give feedback, show yourself as a way so the chair knows not to count your vote during voting. When you're finished speaking, please be sure to click the talk button again so that we don't hear all the static. All right, short introductions. My name is Stephen Pan. I am from Concordia International School, Shanghai. I currently reside in China. I am a sophomore, and I will be your chair. Your co-chair will be Saad Ahmed. He is from the American Community School of Abu Dhabi. He is located in the UAE. He is a junior, and he's facing internet problems, but will be with us here shortly. Our amendments moderator is Samuel Smeal. He's from the Hutchins School and is located in Hobart, Australia. He's a senior this year and has a strong amendment background. Marina will be our tally moderator. She is from the St. Joseph School. She's located in Lebanon, and she's a junior. And finally, Ibrahim is our chat moderator. He is from the Haya International Academy. He's located in Egypt and a senior. And our other chat moderator, which should be here shortly as well due to internet problems, is Sparsh. He's from the Dubai International Academy, located in the UAE, and is in grade 9. Thank you. Delegates will now begin a roll call. When I call on your country, please press talk button and indicate if you're present or present and voting. Thank you. Delegate of China.
Present and voting.
Delegate of Denmark.
Present and voting.
Delegate of DPRK.
Present and voting.
Delegate of Egypt.
Present and voting.
Delegate of Ethiopia.
Present and voting.
Delegate of India.
Present and voting.
Thank you, delegates. We will now proceed to the resolution. Amendments moderator, please open the resolution on screen with web tour right now. Thank you. Delegates, if the resolution is not working on your screen on BBC, if WebTour does not show the copy of a resolution, please let me know immediately. I will send out an announcement right now with a link to the resolution to view in your browser, or it does not work for you on Blackboard. We'll be having one or two more minutes of silent reading through the operative clauses, so that the main submitter does not need to do that, as it is a time-constraining task to do with the main submitter reads it out with all this internet just do. Thank you. All right, delegates, time for reading is now elapsed. We'll now move to debate on the next resolution. The resolution is on the question of measures to make carbon capture and storage, CCS, a standard solution to global warming. The chair sets an open debate time of 90 minutes.
Delegate Farapik, you have the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Delegate of OPIC sees that this resolution could be the common ground unifying us all. We, as OPIC producing and exporting countries, we have committed a lot to this resolution. We have compromised a lot, and we ask in return for developed countries to compromise a lot. Not a lot, a little bit, because, well, this is a global issue. This is the future of our planet, our only place of habitat so far, and therefore OPIC sees this resolution as the unifying ground for all countries today, present today. Thank you.
Does the Honourable Delegate accept any points of information?
The delegate is open to any and all points of information.
The delegate has opened himself to any and all points of information. Are there any such points of information from the floor? As there are none, I ask that the Honourable Delegate yield the floor back to the Chair.
Point of order. There seems to be a point of information.
Yep, I've just seen that. Thank you very much, Honourable Delegate. The Honourable Delegate for the International Energy Agency, you have the floor.
The delegate of the IEA would like to ask the delegate of OPEC about the ownership of the captured carbon, captured carbon dioxide, as it's not being mentioned in this resolution, and the IEA does believe that it is a big issue that a resolution like this should consider.
Regarding the ownership of carbon capture projects, well, basically there's no international agency to control or own carbon capture and carbon capture and storage projects. Sorry. However, the delegate of OPEC would be in favor of any amendments, any additions that would establish such an agency or such a group that would control the ownership of these projects.
Thank you, Honourable Delegate. Can I ask that the Honourable Delegate yields the floor back to the Chair?
The delegate yields the floor back to the Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Delegate. The floor is once again open. Are there any delegates wishing to speak at this point in time?
Delegate of Venezuela, you now have the floor.
The delegate of Venezuela will encourage all delegates to vote for this resolution because it tackles all of the major points that are related to carbon capture and storage. The International Panel for Climate Change has identified carbon capture and storage as one of the most effective measures of reducing CO2 emissions, along with increased energy efficiency and more renewable energy production. Carbon capture and storage is a technology with potential for large reductions in CO2 emissions, and it is a long-term solution that can be implemented within the next 10 to 20 years until the world can rely on more renewable energy sources. The resolution tackles the points of funding, which is very important, and it ensures that the world moves towards more sustainable development in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Is the delegate open to any points of information?
Any and all.
The delegate has opened herself to any and all points of information. Are there any in the House at this time? Please raise your placards high. Delegate of Denmark, followed by Delegate of China, you have been recognized. Thank you, Delegate. Would the delegate please yield the floor back to the chair or to another delegate at this time?
Delegate yields the floor back to the chair.
That is in order. The floor is now open on debate on this resolution as a whole. Are there any delegates wishing to speak at this time?
The floor is now open. Are there any delegates wishing to take the floor at this time? Delegation of Denmark, you have been recognized.
The delegate believes he has submitted an amendment.
Delegate, that is in order. The amendment will be posted. Please continue with your speech on your amendment.
Honorable Chair, fellow delegates and most esteemed guests. Now, there has been some debate about Clause 8, and there has also been debate about whether countries should actually develop CCS based on their energy uses, such questions, etc. Yeah, despite the fact that the amendment is not on the screen and it is rather hard to explain it without the amendment itself, this delegate is proposing that nations should actually focus more on the specialists, sending specialists or plans or blueprints, so that CCS can actually be spread instead of just whamming money into other countries. And of course, financial aid will not be cut off, but of course it is necessary in cases, and this amount of money will be determined by respective nations themselves. Now, of course, this delegate also includes that nations should have a higher priority for nations that actually produce more carbon in response to the delegate of Saudi Arabia. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate. Is the delegate open to any points of information at this time?
And you know.
The delegate has opened himself to any and all points of information. However, the chair will only recognize one. Are there any in the forum at this time? Delegation of the U.S., you have been recognized. Thank you, delegate. The chair now sets a time of 2 minutes for and 2 minutes against this amendment. Could the delegate please yield the floor to the chair at this time?
Yes.
Thank you, delegate. The floor is now open. Are there any delegates wishing to take the floor? The forum will now move into voting procedures on this amendment. Please vote accordingly. All delegates are asked to vote at this point. With a vote of 18 for and 7 against, this amendment has passed. The appropriate changes will be made to the resolution. And delegates, with that, we will now move into voting procedures on this resolution as a whole. Delegates, please vote now. Delegates, please vote now. A for, B for against, C for abstentions. Delegates, with a vote of 13 for, 4 against, and 7 abstentions, this resolution has passed. Clapping is in order. Thank you, delegates, for a great debate. I hope all of you enjoyed it.